Hello. Hope everybody's all right today. A little check. Anybody else in chat? I am exhausted. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for. In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Hello, Gumbo. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bombing went off. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber. Athena and I, she knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. We managed to clear Miss Wood's name. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted to Nate. Apollo was a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by Nate like that on top of all his other injuries. Apollo was resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic. I've had some experience with that place myself. What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating. Alright, enough of this, people. This is no time to be moping around. Now try those eyes, both of you. You're the only one who's crying, Athena. Technicalities. Look, we have work to do. We have to take over. Take over what exactly? Apollo Space Center case, of course. As no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy? Still hate saying that. Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. Good. Now that that's settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run. Wait, right now? We better not be running the whole way. And there she goes. I'd better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy? Sure thing. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm gonna bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you. I hate that. Trucy seems to be feeling a little bit better. Like, she's an adorable character, but fuck, she makes me nervous. I can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm. Oh, she's back. Don't mind me, just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag. Sounds more like you forgot everything. Can always count on Athena for that too. Alright, you two, let's be careful out there. So our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous, even I've heard of him. That's right, he's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago. I seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix Wright, Apollo's mentor, right? Yes, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered. You're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait. Don't I know you from somewhere? Huh? You mean other than at your trial? I don't think so. I guess so. My mistake. Gumbo, why don't you treat yourself to a frozen treat? Like ice cream or something. My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Did you miss the part where it's nearly midnight? I don't know, shit, I don't. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, bro, I know you'd have fucking be up at ass o'clock in the morning. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft. Yikes, he's seriously gotta stop depressing himself. Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, the thing you said about entering the stratosphere? That just means we shot like shooting stars, right? Like shooting stars, huh? No, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? Do you have Dairy Queen over there, Gumbo? I forget if I've asked that. After all, what were we all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars. Okay. You don't have like a convenience store or corner store or something to go get? Actually, let me... I wonder if there's some sort of like language translator that's not Google Translate. Canadian to British slang translator. British English trans... Okay, hold on, what if I... Okay. I typed in cookies, but what does it translate to? Okay, that doesn't fucking work. Source normal English, output British slang. I mean, Canada does too. Most of the time. Really? What a fucking sentence. Fuck this chud country. Oh, really? I mean, sometimes we do, but most of it's slushy machines. Or, I don't know what the equivalent of a slushy is for you guys. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. Oh yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. The stratosphere and beyond. Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Is that really all it takes? Aw. So you have no memory at all of the incident? I'm so ashamed. A memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula. Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills that, like they said they at the trial? You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know. Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle? That must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity. Seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know. But the tranquilizers were found in your system. Question, Gumbo. Would you, because I know you Uber Eats or skip the dish. I know you order food a lot through whatever means. Does your delivery services over there also do like convenience store trips and whatnot? Okay. You should just stash up on a couple ice cream sandwiches. Fuck, I really want an ice cream sandwich now. The good ones, not the really shit ones. Yeah, see, that's a thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you? Exactly, that's what I thought. Must have been the real culprit. The medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it. Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small. Like the murder weapon, for example. That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah. Staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer. No wonder they dubbed it the Hat 1 miracle. It's a miracle you made it back. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on forever, and ever, without end. There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone. All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breath while breathing and heartbeat. Kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission? What? No way. Of course not. Even now I want to go up into space so bad, I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity and add escape velocity and spin around weightless. But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid? I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier. An unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? Guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. Excuse me. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. The victim, Clay Terran. He was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like the Master and Apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. Mentor and protege. What a combination they must have been. How old is this guy? "33, really? With his encouragements, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now... Clay must have been very encouraging, huh? Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine," I always got the feeling everything was really was just gonna be fine. You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine. And you're fine all the time, too. I always feel encouraged, too, whenever I hear him shout. Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like a part of the staff. One time during Zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. The two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine," over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? Wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. He actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. Well, that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows. Kin is the real killer? Which Kin? You're fine. Solomon Soul Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be alright. Huh? And I think Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too. Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you. Phoenix Wright is fine. We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us. Good luck, Firefall. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict. Sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation at the Space Center started. Pronto. Good idea. Let's go. Wow. I was wondering what kind of place the Space Center would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. Yeah. Do you know they even let the public see the rockets up close? Also, check it out. Look at how brightly the Gyaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really take the stars and rockets motif it's got going. Gyaxa, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program? Yeah. But why the strange acronym? I mean, what is GIA supposed to stand for? Galaxy? If that were, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd have it abbreviated to GAXA, or even Gaia. I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Electric scooter, full speed ahead. What the fuck? Yikes, who's the geezer and what's he want? Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of the space science. Pardon me, but you are? My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I'm the director of the Cosmos Space Center, the center of the cosmos. Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing. This person is the Space Center's director, then that means... Ah, so you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you? That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. Let's talk of the incidents. Are you by any chance the space police? You can't tack the word space on just any old thing, you know. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We're here to investigate his case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead, have at it. I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble. Don't let him hear you say that or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? So as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically? Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind. I believe that I used the word specifically in my question. Attention all personnel, to your break stations. Prepare for break. Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important matter. That is exactly right. Because I'm an important man, my manner is important. Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. There's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space. What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat One project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead, have at it. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it, specifically. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? I refuse. What? Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the Center of the Cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom. What? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow? That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind. I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Hold on a second. That one was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home? I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well, I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat One project. Oh, thank you very much. The Hat One's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid. Excuse me. And Mr. Starbuck was a pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat One reached its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey to the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat One returned safely to Earth. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat One miracle occurred, right? Correct. And it truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago. So what kind of samples are they? What's in them? Samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had the time, since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years. That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all. In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of the Space Center. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential. A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big. Our endeavors with the moon rock live on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. Let's search something up quickly. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos. I heard there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there. What? Bite your tongue. It's not for anything so base as money or politics. And it's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it. Guess even the space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case. Is that so? Well, I'll be on my way. As you can see, I'm a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and engage. That thing is surprisingly fast. Guess we better get going too. You bet. Let's make it so. So this is where Mr. Charon was murdered. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now we're in the main building here on the right side, on the 3rd floor. Sir Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from Launchpad after the explosion. You there, no admittance without express permission. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate. Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him and then we'll talk. Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today? I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor, you just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on him, I think. Wait, that door. Looks awfully familiar. G'day there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the Launchpad. Ah, that explains it. Fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now, come on, let's go. So this is it, huh? This is the corridor that the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 into the main building. I see police tape down at the end of the, I see police tape down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the Launchpad. After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. And the Launchpad itself is probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Yeah, I think that's him over there. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? He seems to be lost. That's funny, this corridor is a straight shot. Huh? Ah, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share? Boss, if he acts all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever what shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it? Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Info on the case, huh? Alright, I'll gladly share some with you. Huh? What just happened? Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today. I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Well, we need information, so let's run with it. If you say so. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Or whatever shall we do? That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives them me a neck rub. No, that's okay, but thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Detective Fulbright is actingly sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective? That's right, I was here on a security assignment. Police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that. Yes. Well, you know us. To serve and protect. Ah. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation. I don't like how that he was here. He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course, a bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over on Launch Pad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter. The shelter? That's right, there's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like. So where were you when the first bomb went off? I was on duty on the 4th floor. It's quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way. Wasn't it possible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down and headed to the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal! Climbing down an emergency ladder kind of sounds fun. Thank you for your answers, Detective. You were very helpful. Just a moment, I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay? Wow, Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too. Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness. Could you tell us more about this witness? Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Firefall. So, Firefall, have you figured out how many people are going to be there on Thursday? Sure thing. Witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window on the 3rd floor lounge. So she was looking into the crime scene from the outside? That's right. It was just a matter of chance when she saw something important. Not that I know what exactly she saw yet, though. You don't? But that's the most important thing of all. Ha! Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her. 4th floor employee, huh? Alright, thanks to the info, Detective Fulbright. Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even. Yes, well, actually, Something you can't talk about? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now. What was that all about? Something is definitely going on. I'm gonna get out of him next time I see him. Okay. I'm not so sure you'll talk about it, though. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. Ah, you two. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too if you'd like. Oh, that's alright. But thank you for the offer. Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Let's see. Where's the diagram again? So this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. According to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend. Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person then. You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem though. This room... It's just so big. Don't worry. We can use this to help us. Space Center pamphlet? For tourists? Yep, picked it up at the entrance. Maps inside should come in handy. Let's see, yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person. Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving outside the window? Oh, boss. It's just a holographic image. Oh, yeah, I knew that. Oof, what a relief. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says on the pamphlet, anyway. The only reason you're so eager to start is that you can push that button, isn't it? And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues. Alright, fine, let's get investigating. Some kind of panel with two buttons on it here. Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons. There is such thing as buttons left unpushed. Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared. Yeah, though that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. So let's see if we can't find anything new with the image off. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair spin too. Why would anybody want to have something like that here? It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and the body. Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle zero G? These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training mission. I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Huh? It didn't do a thing. It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen. Oh, mirror. How thoughtful of them to put one here. Thoughtful. So the ladies can fix their makeup. One's appearance is just as important as in space as it is on Earth, you know. You never know when you're going to run into some other life form after all. Did Athena just... Actually, hold on. Can I make that joke? Yes. Did Athena just fucking talk about seducing an alien? I doubt anybody who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. Wouldn't you? Depends on the alien. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. Well, let's check. Drumroll, please. Ta-da, the Space Center pamphlet. We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. People usually say West, East, and South in a case like this, you know? Details, details. Anyway, take a look at the West door. The door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right, up next, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon and to signify communication. AKA the control room. It definitely says control room. Looks like there's another door on the opposite door. They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while? But it seems like they built a new command center on the 6th floor. And that's what they used for the Hat 2 mission, so this control room was empty at the time. I always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room, and since we're here... I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. I want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. That much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, you know. So apparently the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies. Okay, what about that last door? This lower door. Oh, excuse me. I mean, south door. Leads to the elevators. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right? Yep, and of course there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that's about it for the 3 musketeers of the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this. Looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena. It's pretty big. Whoever fired this shot must have been using a pretty large gun. You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol. But whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right? Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see a bullet around somewhere? No, the police might have taken it, though. Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later. What's this? A trapdoor? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. No way. All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. God, I'm already yawning. Fuck. Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults. We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I could jump really high. There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says don't jump too high. And what good is this thing? Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? Yeah, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. Bullet. What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 or 3 millimeters in diameter. Excuse me. Let's see, that would make the caliber 10? .10? Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right? Yes, but I've never heard of a .10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be... What? This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. Bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular-sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must be a really small gun. Wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left, and on the south door side of the room, according to this map. It's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here. Then leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us the card we need. So this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. So he was stretched out like this and... Huh? What's the thing that looks like a thermos? That's the thing Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contained asteroid samples. Alright, Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? They were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat 1 launched. Wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see? Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay? Wonder what this big knob is for. Looks like a knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. Holy Christ, man. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require knob security like this? Well, the knob is straight up and down. So if it was for a stove, the burner would be off. Right. If it was for a stove. So I wonder what it's really for. Something turned off by a knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in. I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this hand mark. Well, I guess when you can try. Now to line up my hand with the outline. Donut it. That thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that and the next thing you know, you'll be named as a suspect. How can you be so cruel to a little girl like me? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape. Oh, let's commemorate this occasion with a love and peace. If you're done now, shall we move on? Yeah, okay. But just one more for the road. Peace. Very mature. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. Uh-oh, Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me. Mr. Wright, look at that up there. Some kind of fragment? It's stuck in tight. So that's what the glint was all about. The color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank. I think you're right, but if that's here... means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived in the boarding lounge. Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Way to go, Apollo. A window, and it's right next to the holographic image, too. But it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off. It says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire. See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality. This holographic image is off, the screen's completely black. Which, for some reason, makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. But at least it's got my brain wrapped up. I come up with my best ideas at times like these. Let's see. This door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to Launchpad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright. So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. Staying beside the door. This must be the fingerprint recognition device. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial. The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge. One must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. Finally on brick. Nice. Allow me to state up front that there are a precious few with the clearance to do so. Then does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? But the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small. Voila, fingerprint powder. I brought it in just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've just been itching for a chance to use it. Wow, way to think ahead. Let's test the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find. You got it. I'll sprinkle some here and a little over there, and... let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Aw. It's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Although I doubt we'd be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right, and there's there's security footage of the store too. Yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. The mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away. He's almost in too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. Welcome to the Space Center, guests. Welcome. Yikes. What in the world? My name is Ponko. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you. It's a robot? I'm not a robot. I am Ponko. Psychological observation and navigation companion. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko. I'm glad we got that cleared up. Oh, Ponko, I've missed you. Huh? Do you know this thing, Athena? Oh, she showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo. Oh, what a weird robot. Yeah. Kind of adorable, though. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. So very happy. Excuse me. Oh, a guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you. I don't know you. I don't know you. Huh? Ouch, that hurt. Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register, Ponko. Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too. His name is Phoenix. A bit overly familiar, but I'll allow it. Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face. Oh, sure. Registering. Facial registration sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix. Huh. This robot is pretty cute. Made a friend, boss. Isn't that great? Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss. Go where? Space Museum. Wow, what is this place? Is that rocket real? Welcome, welcome. Space Museum is open to public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space developments in the Hat 1 project. A beta rule for the archipelago you'll explain later. Alright. The rocket is just a replica, but it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum. Oh, here it is on the map. Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from Launchpad 1. Ask me anything. Anything. I will explain. Who murdered Clay? This is quite the place. I can't believe we got to see a rocket this close up. This is a replica of the Hat 1 that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real Hat 1, inside and out. Its little brother, the Hat 2, was supposed to launch the other day. I wonder if Ponko knows why the launch was cancelled. Over there is an exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out, check it out. Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Hey, what's this a photo of? Phoenix, that's the staff of the Hat 1 project. Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different. And that's... What is it, Athena? Is something wrong? Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young too, that's all. Well, it was 7 years ago after all, so the young guy standing next to Mr. Starbuck is Clay Terran, the victim. So they were mentor and protege even way back then. He's even got one of the staff jackets. He looks just like a regular staff member. No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Clay would have been in high school 7 years ago. Everybody looks so happy. The Space Museum is great. What fantastic exhibits. This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance is on the third floor. Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead? There was talk about it, but they had to scrap their plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts, budget cuts. We need more money. Money! Who would record that kind of information into a guide robot? While it was in space, the Hat One launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago. That's what Director Cosmos said, too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed. And here it is, the Hope space probe. I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah. Capsule the victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo. I think I'm going to be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. Maybe she'll give me some more information if I show it to her. Oops. Oh, fuck off. The way the Space Center launchpad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you? Set up with the launchpad? Go gentle on my spiky-haired mind. I want to know. I want to know. Phoenix wants to know too. Great, now Athena's got a case of the ponchoitis. Hooray! I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the launchpad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along with the launchpad over the rails. And brought into position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all. It's very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year. Myself included. I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from in the control room, huh? Excuse me. That it is, but it can also be operated from the new command center too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to be first disengaged. I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures. I would love to see the launch pad being moved. When's the next one scheduled for? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold. Because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet. Which is perfectly understandable. Well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. I'm sorry. That answer isn't in my answer database. This Ponko can only answer certain questions. Ponko, do you recognize this capsule here in the top right? Checking registered data. I know. It's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside of the Hope probe. Contained the asteroid samples, right? Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored and safe from Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed. It must not be removed. Don't worry, Ponko. The people in charge already know what happened. They do? They do? I must ask them later. So the capsule is being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion. The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. It's a pity that this incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents. Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. Oh, congrats on the 75 streak, Shred. How you doing? Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum. Thank you, Ponko. You explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you. You two are like old friends. It's hard to believe you just met recently. It's because Ponko is so friendly. What should we investigate next? Let's go to find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about. Let's see, the security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? Okay, let's go back to Launchpad 1 corridor. Bye, Ponko. See you later. Come again. Come again. And don't forget to visit the gift shop. Poor Ponko. What a Dickensian life we live, what a Dickensian life we all forced to lead. Damn campers, not people. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? There's Detective Fulbright. He still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor. Let's hope he's still in a cooperative move as well, then. If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him. You mean that lady in distress bit? We found a bullet hole in the wall at the scene of the crime. You did? Our team found that too. It was Detective Arm who fired that bullet. Detective Arm? That's right, a warning shot for the defendant. Was it really such a high-threat situation that she needed to do that? I'm afraid I don't know the details, what with Detective Arm gone and all. But I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together. We already know the Director Cosmos will testify, so tomorrow will be about what he knows. Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course. I hope it goes down easy. Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. Ah yes, I just happened to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. This is quite a bit of data. But when I said everyone, I meant it. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. Sure took a while, though. Oh, thanks, Tigrane. Well, we got Apollo and my prince. Kinda creepy. You even got prints for all of the robots. I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep. Ah, Clay's fingerprints are here too. Personally removed his glove during the investigation. Wait to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all. Still can't believe you took off his glove to get his fingerprints. Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important in this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge. So depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides. Makes sense. After all, the culprit's prints did get past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, and take this picture. I thought it might come in handy. Isn't that just a photo of the Launchpad 1 door? Yep, but Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason. Huh? What's so important about this door? Beats me, but boy could you see the gears in his head go into hyperdrive at it. Sounds like this is going to be a major point of contention tomorrow. Hey, don't forget about the print comparison boss. Right, Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run the test for us right now? Just leave it to me. In justice we trust. Okay, here we go. Looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door. Must have opened it when they went to go board the rocket. His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for a space adventure right then. There's in security camera footage, okay. Detective, about the security camera. Fuck's sake, Firefall. I only have so much. And getting more is 2 floors above me. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the Boarding Lounge 1 camera. Oh, that footage? Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it. Is there any way I could see a little more of the part just after this? Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go. Oh? The screen went blank. Yes, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. So there's no footage after this point. Ha! Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Something definitely seems to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative. Well, I just figure if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice, right? But it seems like something's really been bothering you. You don't have some ulterior motive, do you? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that. That's been a while since I've seen those. I like the remastering of the song, though. It's been a while, but those are definitely Cyclocks. Huh? Did you just mouth psyched? Is something I should be psyched about? No, Cyclock. It's a system of locks on the secrets of a person's heart. I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets by using the powers of the Spagatama. Presenting evidence can break those locks and reveal any secrets they're hiding. Mr. Wright, how much did they bill you out for that piece of rock? If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to. I'm more than capable of representing myself, thank you very much. This isn't some kind of fraud, it really works. A friend gave it to me a long time ago. But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show you. I guess all 3 lawyers have powers, quote unquote. I think you're hiding something, Detective, so why don't you just tell us about it? What to do? Which path is the path of justice? Detective Fulbright is really in agony. But this is the issue he's been so torn up over. I really understand what's been bothering you, Detective. I really do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right? No. I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine. Is that a fact? Yep, peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling a half-beat tune as they did their job. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch. I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim, as long as this exists.
Take that!
There must be something wrong with my sunglasses today.
Take that!
Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail. Now hold on just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was called in on a special security detail. As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of that detail from the outset.
Take that!
Detective Arms specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand means that you people knew that there was a possibility that bombing would occur. You got me, Mr. Wright. Excuse me. Oh, goddammit. Alright, I concede. You win. It's just as you say. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing. But the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat. But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed? Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it? What was the warning delivered? By phone and directly to Director Cosmos. But the police department instructed everybody to keep it under wraps. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset. But it's not only that. I'm distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties. That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court. The reason he's still prosecuting? Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know. Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules. Never mind that. What are rules but things to be broken, right? Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular. think we guessed that much. So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it. So you weren't told why either, huh? No. I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder. Yeah, would have to have. Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still. 7 years past? A phantom, huh? And not one of the friendly variety either, I gather. This Phantom of 7 years past, any idea who or what he was talking about? Not a clue. He seems to think that this Phantom is behind this whole incident somehow. Wait a minute. He thinks they may be connected to this case? Yep, this case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at the For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too. And in both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone. So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom? Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago. That's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law. So you see how this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why he'd think that. This incident on the Phantom. Not to mention Blackwell's past. It's almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here. Now, this might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is the Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all. Prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. Hmm? Ah! No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbucks is his Phantom. But I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. But this time, I'm just so overwrought about it all. He's lost the ability to think rationally. I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction. I've never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly what that's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell. I'm gonna be rooting for you for your team this time. Well, don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't. Detective Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you. I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court. You really care and want what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective? Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either. I was hoping you would say that. I'm really grateful to the two of you. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a while ago. But really? Let's go find her, Mr. Wright. Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice we trust on 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice we trust. Okay, later. There he goes. Wait, were we supposed to say in justice we trust back there too? Let's go see that witness now. Alright, the Space Center entrance it is. The witness must be around here somewhere. Hello, hello. Uh-oh. Don't tell me the witness is a robot. Hello. Come over here. Hello, hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I'm Clonko. Shall I guide you? Guide you... I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk. Gah. I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did that happen? Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, the lead attorney for this case. How do you do? Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackquill. Oh. Family? I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. Blackquill? Could she be... And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk. My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Clonko. That's mean, Miss Aura. Quit complaining. Your model number is Ponko 2. Yeah, but Miss Aura, everyone calls me Clonko. Quit your squawking already. No, what are you doing? No, don't... There. I bet you won't be talking back now. Yeah, I will obey completely. Yeah, because I better watch what wires I cross with this one. Your last name is Blackquill. Do you have a relative in the legal profession? You're correct. Simon Blackquill, who used to be a prosecutor, is... Shut up. Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him? Yes, we met him in court a few times. Right, Athena? What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off? Athena being shy? This is new. Oh yeah, I hear she was prosecuting again. Despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't she just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? What do you think, hunk of junk? Yeah, Miss Aura, that hurts. I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me, useless hunk of junk? But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you ordered me to speak. I told you to never talk back to me. You're worth more as scrap. Robot abuse, hawk attacks. Blackquill family life must sure be interesting. Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with. So, you're the person who witnessed the incident? That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building. The robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. It was such a pain. Why couldn't they have just used the ladders in the other rooms? Must have been a very troubling experience. Probably best to just humor her here. Then as I passed by the third floor boarding lounge 1 window on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that is about it. So you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it, I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed? This is just no time to just nod and repeat. So you saw it in the third floor lounge. The very scene of the crime. That's right, there's a small window on the right-hand side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand. And a knife in their right. That must have been the culprit. Did you see who that person was? Excuse me. Of course not. The power was out on that floor, and then there was only that tiny window. I see. But you did witness the moment of the murder? Yes. I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife and... It happened at precisely 10 a.m. Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features? I already told you it was pitch black in there. Although, I did notice that the lighter the person had in the left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue like a little Earth emblem. They had a good taste in knickknacks anyway. Earth emblem on the lighter? I'd better remember that. Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbuck's innocence with it. Ah, yeah, right. I won't hold my breath. Pardon me? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. I just detest lawyers, that's all. What don't you like about lawyers? It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more. Weird music. That didn't make me feel any better, actually. Why do you hate lawyers so much? Little thing from my past. This whole legal system is meaningless in the first place. I certainly don't agree. I mean, people are imperfect. They lie, they're influenced by silly emotions. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one. Hey, you look alive there. Yeah, yes, here I go. I'm the ultimate robot with... Oh. Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away. Yeah. Huh? What was I doing? Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries. How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about, that's what makes us human. Well, the girl finally talks and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human? You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thoughts, that's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. That's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch her, boss? Get a hold of yourself, Athena. Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system, So do you just trust not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system? What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter? Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Because I'd much rather kill them myself. You can't be serious. Hmm? That thing you're wearing around your neck. Oh, this... Around Athena's neck. Does she mean widget? Oh, I get it. Well, well. Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Her Royal what? Is she talking about Athena? By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right? Director Cosmos? Yes, that's right. You poor things. You'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. What? He might seem like a bigwig, but at the center it has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. That's your problem. So why should I care? That was really weird that she did that. But that's it. No friendly tips. No good luck, guys. Just splendid. I leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down. I just can't believe she said all those things. Wow, she's really upset. Has she been trying not to let it show all this time? Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You hear about fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time. You mean that whole dark age of the law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that. Well, all we can do is believe in what we're doing. Yeah. You're right, boss. I agree. Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck. Good idea. We should tell him about the bullet in Miss Blackwell's statement. Alright then. Next stop, the detention center. Oh, that's... My lawyers are here. Must be bad news. Hey, not necessarily. We found a new witness. Our researcher saw the moments of the murder through the lounge window during her escape. Really? So they're gonna let me go? Unfortunately, it was dark and she couldn't identify the person. I should have known. My stars never align just right, too. We gotta lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murder had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it. A lighter with an Earth emblem? Oh! Did you remember something? Yep, I sure did. Just a little bit, though. Anything at all would be a help, so please tell us what you remembered. I thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now I remember I woke up for a few brief moments. That's huge. Do you remember seeing anything? A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness. But good. What else did you see? What was nearby? It's definitely the boarding lounge, so it must have been after Clay carried me there. Excuse me. The light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering. A dark shadow. Must have been... the third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. You've been more than help, you know. Or more help than you know. If you can prove that there was this third person at the scene and that they're the real killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion. The key will be whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now, and that's a big plus. I should probably tidy the evidence up a bit before someone mistakes me for a hoarder. I think only one thing was removed, and I don't even know what it was. Now that we have a glimmer of hope, I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance? For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic. So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Daddy. Well, it's one step forward anyway. Hopefully it'll give us a fighting chance in court. So we can find out who this third person is. Let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote is for Alden's noodles. Oh, Apollo. What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. My wounds are fine, and I'm done lying around. Apollo, you're supposed to be in bed. Give the case to us. We'll take it from here. Thanks, but that's not an option. Not for me. Apollo. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo. I don't want you overdoing it. I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they just gave me an IV at the clinic. An IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man. Anyway, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress? A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. You think they might be the real killer? A suspicious figure, huh? Right. I thought you'd be happier than that. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. And I fully intend to see Clay's murderer apprehended. Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that. Clay was your best friend, right, Apollo? That's right. Best friend since junior high. Sounds like me and Junie. So what was Clay like? Well, he was full of compassion and energy. And he had a really loud voice. If the two of you did voice training together now, I bet you'd break a few windows. Ah, you know, I bet you're right. Seems like only yesterday, Clay was a guy who lived for his dreams. We used to talk about it a lot. He was going to be an astronaut and me a lawyer. We talked well into the night, and even then, we never grow tired of it. Apollo, about that jacket. Oh, it's Clay's. I knew it. There's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the Hat Project. He was finally able to get one of his own once he was selected for the Hat 2 mission. He always looked so proud wearing it. But just when his dream was finally coming to... I still can't believe it. Damn it. It's not fair. He said, damn. Apollo, I hope you don't try to carry the burden all alone. I guess we were both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster. I guess you're right on some level. That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts. That was a rough time for me, but Clay refused to let me quit. You're fine, he'd say. Don't give up. It was right during his screening exams, too. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That "you're fine" of his is why I'm still standing here today. You're fine, huh? You're fine and I'm fine. We're just like your catchphrases, weren't they? Yeah, something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show his sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard. Mom. Get away, Apollo. Don't come over here. Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either. Huh? Yeah, I don't have mom. Momless behavior. I always think everybody else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But, you know, when I start to feel that way, I yell at the top of my lungs. I holler, I'm fine. And then you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo Justice is fine. Go, Clay. Clay, now it's your turn. Okay. Clay Terran is fine. There you go. Now we're both fine. We're fine. We're fine. What are you laughing about? See? We're fine. You laughed first. Morning, Severed. How are you? Thanks, Apollo. I'm Severed. How about you? I am tired. When you say it out loud, it really starts to feel real. And as long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed. As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there somebody else who said that, something similar? If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. Clay called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. I wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff like Mr. Starbuck. Sorry, Mr. Wright. But I'll be taking a leave of absence. What? Wait, what do you mean by a leave? You really serious? Can you at least give me a reason why? When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer myself. But that's our goal too. Well, I wish you luck, Severed. I got my everything crossed for you, bud. Is it like your normal layoffs where you just have to go and find a new contract? If you are. I agree. This is gonna sound weird, Severed, but would you ever relocate? I know you like the coast. I didn't want to fucking dox you. But like there might be something out this way. No, that's fair. Spending all your money on hookers and drones. It kinda is, but they also just had a massive push for like trades and electricians. So they might be doing something. I agree with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. The truth, huh? That's a noble cause. What if the truth you seek and the truth I seek turn out to be different? I'm not sure I follow. What are you saying, Apollo? Oh no, that's perfectly fine, Severed. I'm only joking because you just feel like, hey, I bought a drone, that kind of thing. I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life in my own way. Take good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now I must be going. Goodbye. Severed, you're the only one I know that owns a drone. That's why I'm just making the joke. Goodbye. Did he just say goodbye? I sense a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him. And also suspicion. Ugh, he's not walking out on us like that. We're gonna go talk some sense into him. Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants, but I believe he's wrong. Even if we take different paths, the truth we should arrive at should be the same. I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo. Yeah, you're right, boss. Alright, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay? Jesus, dude. 10,000 is still fucking a lot. If he were here right now, Apollo would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things really do turn out fine tomorrow. Alright. We'll call it quits here. I guess we can go raid our new buddy. Space! Because he's also doing space. Anyhow, hope everybody takes care of themselves. Have a good night. Drink, eat, sleep well. Fly your drones. And eat ice cream. Good night.